Are they wasting your time? 4 signs. Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about the 4 signs that they are wasting your time. And if they're doing any of these things, especially if they're doing all 4 of these things, it's time to let them go and move on and find someone that isn't going to waste your time and that is interested in you. So the first sign that I want to get into about if they are wasting your time or not is they never turn up to dates, or they give excuses as to why they can't see you, and basically they just never show up. So this is something that I see a lot of people struggling with, and that is they're talking to someone, they're getting on really well, and then when it comes to actually meeting up, when it comes to actually going on a date and doing something romantic, they back out at the last minute, or they may give an excuse as to why they can't see you. This is basically the whole thing that the whole catfish program came about. And obviously it might not be with someone who is catfishing you. It could be with someone you actually know, who you see in a physical environment that you know is an actual person. But in the show Catfish, basically it's all about these people who are not showing up to actually meet up with these people because they're lying about who they are. Now, this also happens with people that are not interested in you, really. So for example, you may ask someone out on a date. It could be, let's say, someone who you went to school with, or it's someone who you work with and you really like them, you got a crush on them. You ask them out, they say, hey, yeah, that sounds good. And then either between then or on the day, they may basically cancel last minute. Now, this doesn't happen all the time, because sometimes someone does like you, but they have to cancel because they really do need to cancel. But if they do cancel, then they offer an alternative. So they will say, I can't see you today, but I can see you tomorrow. Or I can't see you at 7, but I can see you at 8. They give you an alternative. And that's basically a good way to tell. Now, it might be the case that they may be a bit shy and they may not offer an alternative because they're worried that you're mad at them. So if that kind of situation happens where you ask someone out and they cancel, give them one last chance. Just ask them out, let's say, perhaps a week later, and see if the same kind of thing happens again. And if the same kind of thing happens again, then it's best to just rule them out and to not continue dating them. Only go out of people who offer alternatives, and if for whatever reason they're too shy about coming up with a different plan, then give them one last chance and ask them out again a week later. And obviously don't talk to them that much in between that time, so they can think about you and wonder what you're thinking and anticipate it, basically. So that's kind of my advice there. But if it, 2 strikes, you're out. I know it's a lot of the popular way is 3 strikes and you're out, but I personally say 2 strikes, okay? Because there's that saying, fool me once, that's not nice. Fool me twice, shame on you. And fool me 3 times, shame on me, right? So, don't give them the 3 shots, just give them the 2. So another sign that they are wasting your time, and you're basically wasting your time with them, is if their actions and what they say don't align. When you start dating someone, you really do need to look out for red flags. So in a story that I talk about a lot on this channel, and I'm just going to use it here to illustrate this point, is that when I started dating a girl ages and ages ago, years and years ago, it was about 7 or 8 years ago, within the first month of dating, she asked me what I would do if she cheated on me, right? And this was a red flag, right? This was a big, huge red flag that I completely ignored. And that whole year that I was in that relationship with her, it was a complete waste of my time, because I failed to ignore what she had said and what she did. And she did cheat on me eventually. It took me a couple of times this had to happen to me for me to actually learn my lesson, because I was just so overwhelmed by her. I really, really liked her and I really wanted it to work. But I obviously couldn't be with a cheater. But I thought that maybe she would change. Maybe it was a mistake the first time, But I should have really listened to her straight away when she asked me that question. What would you do if I cheated on you? You need to pay attention. Really need to pay attention to what someone is saying to you and what someone is doing, the way that they're behaving, because you should believe them. You shouldn't just think because you really like them, you can change them, or you're hoping that they're going to change. You are wasting your time and they are wasting yours, especially if they know that the what you're looking for and they know they're the complete opposite. So just look out for these red flags so you don't waste your time with them. If someone is displaying a red flag, don't ignore it. Really pay attention to it and, decide from there whether or not you should continue dating them or not. Now, from my past experience, if a big red flag comes up that is like a complete deal breaker with what you're looking for, you should stop seeing them. So the third sign that they are wasting your time is they say that they like you, but things aren't moving forward. So this is something that you need to be very suspicious about. It's what they say is like, I like you, but, they come up with these kinds of things like, I like you, I really do like you, honestly, I really do like you, but I can't see you because of this, and they come up with excuses. They're basically stringing you along, and that's definitely a red flag that they're wasting your time. They're basically keeping you on by a thread, basically. They're saying like, oh yeah, I really do like you, but they're never following through. They're never showing up to dates. They are trying to put you in friend zone. They are basically just wanting your attention. Now, this is something that I went through. I think it was when I was doing my A-levels. There was a girl there that I really, really liked, and we was talking, getting along really well. And, we said to each other that we liked each other in that way, but nothing ever happened because I personally think that she just liked the attention. She just liked the attention that I was giving her. I'm not even sure if she was actually gay. I don't even know if she was actually telling the truth and saying that she actually really did like me. I think she just liked the attention. And believe me, there are people out there that will just like the romantic attention that you give them. And why? Why? Because it's an ego boost. Even if someone comes up to you, we've all kind of experienced this, when someone that you don't like comes up to you and they say that they like you, even though you don't really like them back, it is really flattering, and it gives you a bit of an ego boost to know that you are desired, to know that you are wanted, to know that this person really likes you, and it's nice, right? And some people really like it so much that they want that kind of validation all the time. So they try, instead of being honest with the person and saying, sorry, I don't really like you in that way, but I'm very flattered, they string them along and they say, yeah, I do like you as well, because they want to keep that attention for themselves. They want to keep on getting that affirmation, that ego boost, right? So if they say that they really like you, but they never go out on dates with you, they never commit to a relationship with you, you two never get it on in that kind of way, then yeah, they're stringing you along and they are wasting your time. Another example of this, which is my fourth point on how to tell basically if someone is wasting your time, is if they put you in friend zone, but then they sometimes subtly flirt with you, right? So this is another way of them wanting your attention. They say, no, I just want to be friends, I'm not interested. And then they flirt with you when they see you, and they basically really are just stringing you along. And it's difficult and it's painful, especially if you have a huge crush on them and they keep on doing stuff like this, because they're basically dangling the carrot in front of your face saying, yeah, I do like you. They're keeping you interested enough. They're giving you that little slither of hope, just enough for you to stick around. And it's really toxic. It's not a nice thing to do, but some people are just like that. So the best thing to do when that kind of thing happens is to just move on and stop talking to them. This is what you should be doing with all of these kinds of situations, all of these 4 points that I've gone into. That display if someone is stringing you along. Don't get angry at them, don't get butthurt about it, or anything like that. Just simply just walk away and don't validate their behavior. Don't give them any attention for their behavior, right? Because it's kind of like when you're training dogs in a way, right? You train them through affirmation and you ignore the bad things that they do. Like, you don't punish them because you shouldn't really be punishing animals. They don't get it, basically. They don't get punishment, but they do get reward. That's something that they do understand. So the best thing to do when this kind of thing happens is to completely ignore the behavior and don't talk to them anymore. Don't give them any more of your attention. And then hopefully if enough people do that to them, and enough people stop giving them the attention, they'll stop their bad behavior. What's important to know is that people that like you, people that want to date you, people that want something romantic with you will follow through. They will show up to those dates. They will say yes to going out with you. And if they are not doing that, they're wasting your time they're not good enough. You need to find someone else. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye, guys.